The real agenda of educating black children.
Because they're parents that don't want to deal with having a kid. And at that point, I'm like, why are you having kids? We're being taught to systematically not care about ourselves and about each other. And the worse and worse media gets, the worse and worse misinformation gets, particularly from people who look like us, the dumber we're going to be. And it's insane because at one point we were culturally able to create electricity just by funneling water a specific way. Now, we can't solve a water crisis. That it makes no sense. We went from creating monuments that it took them generations to figure out how and why we built them the way we did. And now we can't do anything outside the mold. We can't figure out how to. I mean, they're your outliers. They're actors, actresses, businessmen, businesswomen who have broken out of those molds, and you hear about them a lot until they're either not relevant or they've been bought out by somebody, or they've been killed. That's the other one, because things like Nipsey Hussle, huge rapper, dealt on both sides of the fence, but he was the first in at least our recent history that was actually able to start unifying gang culture in a way that hadn't been seen since gangs were actually what they were meant to be, which is protection for their neighborhoods. And they killed him. They being whoever decided that he had outlived his usefulness. Because he united a lot of people, and it was great.
I wanted my message to impact gang culture. You know what I'm saying? I wanted what I had to say to impact individuals like myself, young people that was in these areas that was controlled by gangbanging. I didn't want to preach to the choir, but I wanted to be able to say, you know, I'm one of you, and where I'm gonna go, wherever I end up, you're gonna know that you can end up there too. Whether it's at the top of the game or in a successful situation as a business owner, I came from this, and it's authentic, and I'm not on the outside of this culture. That's why I came in like I came in.
Until people, he started preaching, check your education, check your history. There's a lot more to what's going on than what you realize. Like, he was trying to fund a documentary about holistic medicine or something like that.
Prior to the death of rapper Nipsey Hussle on March 31st, 2019, he was working on a documentary involving the life and work of Honduran herbalist and healer Dr. Sebi. Upon Nipsey's untimely passing, fellow rapper and filmmaker Nick Cannon vowed to see the project through. Cannon wrote on Instagram after Nip's murder, "Where you left off, we're gonna carry on. It's a marathon. So I'm picking up the baton because they can't kill us all. Now your message is my message. Your work is my work." Now a year to the date with the caption "As promised," Nick Cannon has released a trailer for Strong Enemies, the untold case of Dr. Sebi on Instagram. We're in the holding queue for a release date.
That is gone. No one talks about it. No one knows what happened. But the footage disappeared. The guy he was talking to, gone. Because it would have helped black culture. And it would have propelled us ahead in a way that the ruling body wouldn't like. And yes, I said ruling because we have not been into democracy since it was founded.
The real agenda is to educate them in the wrong things. And I'll explain that by saying I've been teaching for the past 20 years, various locations. And it's not the teachers, usually. It's not the principals, it's not the it's not the higher, it's not the district, well, maybe, but what is lacking in educating black children is teaching them the value of an education. We don't have positive role models. What we as adults would consider, educated adults would consider positive role models, right? The positive role models that we have ever had, with the exception of President Obama, are killed. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Nipsey Hussle. There are countless people. And the problem that comes as a result of that is we are throwing our children to the wolves. My son, when he was in high school, it was his junior year, and at my first meeting with her, I said, I'm taking William on a college tour. She said, a what? I'm taking him on a college tour so he can see colleges, be on college campuses. So where are you taking him? First of all, why are you asking me where I'm taking my child? But that's another comment for another time. So I shared with her that we were going to be going to colleges from from Pennsylvania to New York. You know, I really think that it would be better if he set his goals on OCC or Oakland. He's got a 4.0. Damn! He skipped a class because he studied the textbook and took the state test to pass it. After only studying for 2 weeks, and he had 6. Why would you think that would be acceptable?
Here's what they think about you.
Why are you saying that my child needs to go to OCC?
Here's what they think about you.
Why? Because of how we look?
Here's what they think about you.
I am going to feed off of his because it got me thinking about a lot of situations in which I won't say it was intentional, but I ended up feeling badly for the support that I was giving my child. Okay. He wanted to be an artist. In fact, I take a lot of credit for that because whenever we were out somewhere and he was getting antsy, I would give him a piece of paper and a pen. Draw mommy a picture. Kids don't do that anymore. Kids don't have imaginations anymore. Why? Because we have given parents, my saying is the oldest people in the house, we have given parents tools, yes, tools to further your child's education, like leapfrog. But we have also given them things that are not going to fuel their education. We have given them cell phones and tablets. So, yeah, leapfrog is great, but I can play Candy Crush over here. Or I can make videos on mommy's phone. instead of reading a book. Countless times, I have asked children of all ages, do you have books at home? Some say yes, I have a bookshelf. And I say, okay, books on it? Yes, books on it. All right. They don't do you any good on the shelf. If they say no, I take them to my library, my personal library. Take a look.